Hello everyone, my name is Firdosh. I'm co-founder and CEO at Drife, and I'm glad that we're doing a woman panel and a woman is moderating that session as well. I'm very happy to see all the beautiful girls here today. So well, it's a very simple fact that women often experience life differently, and that experience affects the way we see problem and think about the solution. This panel is all about understanding a woman perspective about the problem that they are trying to solve. So I'll begin up with the introduction. So ladies, can you please introduce yourselves?
Testing. Hi everyone, Kimberly Adams from Bridge Network. I have been in this space for about 7 years. Started in the CBDCs world. You know, we've spoke a lot about CBDC recently, and now I'm deep in the future of France with DeFi, and I'm working on Bridge Network, and it's essentially the cross-chain hub for the entire DeFi ecosystem, allowing you to move cryptocurrencies and NFTs cross-chain, create your own bridge, and trade cross-chain.
Hi everyone, my name is Zhanna. I lead of operation MENA region in blockchain recruitment company, and I am really happy to be part of this panel discussion.
Hi, my name is Yarden. I'm Director of Operations at Goldfingr. We're an investment club, in-person, in-app platform, all tokenized, one-stop shop for investments, deal flow, communications.
Hi, I'm Sonal Kukreja, and I'm here from India. I'm a part of Unicash, and we offer crypto financial services. We provide banking services that are crypto-friendly, pan-India, and I'm very excited to be here. Thank you.
Hi everybody, my name is Natasha Pabla. I'm from Act It Out. We're based in India. Act It Out is an upcoming NFT marketplace where actors, influencers, and production houses can create and sell NFTs to the fans. Thank you.
Thank you, girls. So my first question here is, what problem you guys are solving, and how, as a woman, your perspective is different from the problem, that how you see it, and what solution that you guys are bringing in. I will start with Natasha.
So, in India, we're actually a 4-year-old company called Act It Out. It's an online auditions platform. We've been conducting auditions for actors and influencers and connecting them to production houses for various roles in movies and web series. So recently, we made a switch to the NFT marketplace, which is a big industry coming up. So what we've realized is that a lot of production houses and actors don't know how to create NFTs, but they do have a lot of content that they want to sell. So we're just helping them out, bridging the gap, and yes, making some money of our own as well.
Thank you, Natasha.
Awesome. So for Unicash, let me start here. You know, there are things that we know, there's some things that we don't know, and there are things that we don't know that we don't know. And for the longest time, crypto has fallen in this bracket of the things that you don't know that you don't know. And it's still, you know, becoming, it's not mainstream yet. If you talk about crypto adoption, there's about 5% people globally that invest in crypto. And if we talk about India, that's even lesser, maybe 2%. So for Unicash, our motive was to reach, you know, the target audience is the common person in India. Firstly, starting out with the awareness, what is crypto? You know, there's so many people who look at crypto as like a real physical token. So what is it really? Making sure that people know that crypto is something that, you know, they can invest in. It's a new age of, or you can talk about a new asset class. But then how can they benefit from crypto? So providing those opportunities. And with Unicash, we operate from physical locations because our target market is still used to, you know, the traditional banking. So we want to bridge the gap between traditional banking as well as the blockchain world or digitization that's taking over the world now. And we're right in the middle, bridging that gap, providing financial services like loans against crypto. We're also working on a UniCard, which is going to provide debit card facility where you can spend on crypto and fiat through the same card, as well as savings account interest on crypto. So these are the things that we provide. And you know, the goal here is obviously starting from awareness, and enabling opportunities. What can people do with crypto, and how can they transform their lives and create that financial freedom, or get on that not just the bandwagon, but really take that opportunity to transform their lives with crypto.
Now, that's very interesting.
So at Goldfingr, we've been an investment club since 2014. We've been doing in-person events globally, around the world, in Europe, in the US, for years, ever since 2014, investment-oriented events. And we've noticed a lot of issues with global reach, transparency in the investment world, all of these things we've always noticed. And then when COVID happened and we couldn't do in-person events anymore, that pushed us even more towards hitting the gas on the solution that we've always had in mind, which is actually a tech platform that is a one-stop shop for seamless communications, virtual events, virtual communications, discussions, deal flow, and platform investment as well, which basically bridges the gap in terms of global reach. People are able to network even in between in-person events. People are able to see very convenient and constant deal flow through the platform, in platform investments. It's all on the blockchain as well, so there's transparency, validation about everything that happens in the platform. Our network we've built an amazing network over the years, and it's all streamlined into this platform at this point. So it's an amazing, basically, gold mine ecosystem for the investment world, and also bridging the gap between equity investors, very similar to what you said, but in terms of investments, equity investors, traditional investments, and the crypto world. Everything is all mixed together through our platform and powered by the blockchain, basically. So it all just comes together very seamlessly and easily.
In recruiting, we are helping to find good fit talent, and with this we are helping create some competition between blockchain startups. Also, we are helping to create ecosystem where you can find this blockchain talent. With TDeFi, we are doing blockchain hackathon, TDeFi BizThon, with 1 million in prize pool in reward, and we also help for these people to find investment.
Hey guys, Kimberly again from Bridge Network. So Bridge Network is addressing a huge issue within the DeFi space, right? Back in mid-2020, we saw DeFi summer came about, and you can farm all these tokens. And then after the DeFi summer, there was the layer 1 summer and then the layer 2 summer, where all of these blockchains were coming up left, right, and center. And on top of that, there was these blockchains that are offering these insane APYs, so investors wanted to move cross-chain. So because of that, we realized there's a huge issue with moving cross-chain to participate in these incentive programs, right? And this is where that's the issue that Bridge Network solves. You move your asset cross-chain, but also in a seamless and user-friendly environment. Now, I know she had asked the issues from a woman's perspective doing this. Now, if I was a guy launching this project, my private round would have already probably been sold already, because it's, my experience is that for the guys, it was easy for them to get the foot in the door. For me as a girl, coming to investors and say, hey, I have this cool project, they're like, who the hell are you? Like, what, go do something with fashion or, some crazy thing like that. The whole DeFi space in itself is predominantly male-dominated. However, we got to meet some amazing investors, including Meltem from CoinShare. She's a very powerful woman, and she helped to instill the confidence in me that, look, you're not a girl, you're not a guy, you're just contributing to this ecosystem, and you're here to build regardless of, what gender you are. So with that mindset, we started to move very aggressively in the market. We just completed our seed round, and the next few months are going to be a very exciting months for Bridge Network.
Thank you, Kimberly. We have Tarusha joining us from Oro Pocket. Tarusha, can you please join us on the stage? So Tarusha, because you joined us late, I have 2 questions for you instead of 1. So first of all, introduce yourself.
Sure.
And what you're building and what problem you guys are trying to solve.
Sure. So I'm really sorry that I got lost and got late. Everybody kind of directed me in the opposite direction. But to make this short, I'm Natasha. I'm the co-founder and CEO of OpenDeFi as well as Uniform. So OpenDeFi is basically bridging the gap between real-world assets and the DeFi space. So we have tokenized gold and silver on our platform and a bunch of financial services on top of these assets for high liquidity. Uniform is a group farming and staking protocol. So projects come together, create a pool, and it's like yield farming, but with a very unique proposition because you're staking one token and your yield is diversified. So these are the two projects that I'm working on currently.
Thank you. So there's a saying from Barack Obama, and he said the world would be a better place if women ran it. And we are very fortunate that in the blockchain space, we see a lot of women running the show like these beautiful ladies here. So I want to understand how your project is contributing to the very famous question in this space is mass adoption, be it blockchain or crypto. How is your project contributing to the adoption? Yes, you can start again.
All right. Okay, so with as I mentioned, with OpenDeFi, we've actually picked up assets that are usually chosen by conservatives, right? Conservative investors like gold and silver. So we are trying to bridge that gap by introducing tokenized gold and silver to the traditional investors and bridging that gap between traditional investment and sort of crypto. So that is one way how we are doing it. With Uniform again, what we give is a very unique opportunity. If you're not like a trader, right, and you're holding on to certain tokens, then might as well stake them on our platform and get a diversified yield. So it's like the usual analogy that I give is it's like putting money in the bank, but your principal remains safe, not so much in banks actually, because there's no insurance if they fail. But with us, the principal is kind of guaranteed. But instead of interest, which you get in fiat in banks, you get a diversified interest or a yield using Uniform. So that way, we think that we are solving these problem statements that are very palatable to people who are perhaps not in crypto. And obviously, I keep reiterating, and this is something I say a lot. I think UI UX is basically where dApps kind of are failing at the moment because we are very young. Yeah. So it's like email when it just started. It was not for everyone. People found it very user unfriendly basically, and that is essentially what is the case with dApps right now, and that is something that we need to resolve, and we'll get there. It's just that the user experience needs to be seamless. Users need to be using dApps and being in crypto without even realizing what is happening, and the understanding the intricacies at the back end of it.
Thank you, Tarusha.
Amazing. That was well said, Tarusha. We're actually doing very much to your point about UI, UX. That is one of the most important things, because if you look at the internet, back in the 90s, early 2000s, you had to initiate an email via some lines of code. So crafting that user experience is something very important. So like your project, you're the bank for crypto, right? You're the one that's given yields. And Bridge Network is a tool. It's another tool within the industry that allows you to move across chain. So whether you want to use their bank or someone else on another chain, we empower that. And that's how we help with the mass adoption. And as Tarusha said, the issue with dApps is the user experience. Right now it's convoluted. Right now it's for the guys who are super deep into the space and they understand how all of this stuff works when you have to add another network and so forth. So Bridge Networks helps to craft that user experience, and it allows to bank the unbanked, because now they can go to Unifarm and they can earn interest, and if they want to go to another farm on another chain, they can use Bridge Network to move across chain, and all of this is done in a seamless environment. And DeFi it is taking over the world, but it's also empowering the conversation of becoming your own bank. And Bridge Network plays a tool in helping you to become your own bank.
Cool. Recruiting, like blockchain recruitment company, we are helping create ecosystem where your team, your startup can find right good fit talent, and when your team can grow in more fast with roadmap. And also, like I mentioned, we create a lot of hackathons and we develop this ecosystem, because if you can look, example, Ethereum, Polkadot, Solana, they have a lot of hackathons, and I think when you have hackathons, when developers can contribute to your project will grow and fast. And we are helping also with this.
So at Goldfingr, we deal with a lot of equity investors, institutional investors, traditional investors that have not yet managed to make the transition or get themselves involved in crypto. And I believe that the reasons for it are mainly because their years of experience in the equity world, in the traditional finance world, has given them much confidence to do what they do, while the crypto world, relatively new, and a lot of young people are involved in it. It kind of deters people from jumping headfirst into it. And reading about things like this don't normally give you the confidence that you would get if you talk to people, if you hear people's stories, if you hear entrepreneurs and what they do and success stories, and hear firsthand about people's experience with crypto. And what we do at Goldfingr is we bring together both sides. We bring together the equity investors, we bring together the crypto people, the entrepreneurs and the investors. And when again and again you get together with these people, you meet them, you talk to them, you hear firsthand, people get more comfortable to step into this world, basically, get themselves involved in it. So that's how our network helps bring crypto to mass adoption. And then through our tech platform, since everything happens through the platform in terms of investments, all powered by the token, very easy to buy tokens, to stake tokens, to use it, to do anything through the platform, to buy subscriptions. It's a very seamless transition into the crypto world. People who've never touched crypto can very easily get into it through the platform, through their want to be involved in this ecosystem and use the tools that we provide.
So as I mentioned earlier, our entire model is based on mass adoption. The fact that Unicash operates from physical locations, we want to reach people at the grassroots level. And of course, starting with, as I mentioned earlier, starting with the awareness of what crypto really is, to then providing them the opportunity to invest, even if that's like $10, $20, $30 per month, starting there, and creating SIPs or fixed deposits, recurring deposits, different programs where they can just put in their money and leave it for a long term and get returns on that money. They don't need to, and of course differentiating crypto from the short-term trading and just getting on that, when there's a bull run, just getting on that market. But we want to enable long-term investment in crypto for people to really get that potential that crypto offers in the long run. So we operate from physical locations, and our first product that we have is providing savings interest. So even when people invest, let's say $10 worth of crypto in Bitcoin, they're already getting the market appreciation on the Bitcoin, as well as they're getting interest rates, and we offer like yearly interest rates. So they're just to get that interest rate in INR as well as on crypto, people will start opening their accounts and then understand what crypto is about. And then we have advisors, and we have a team on ground that helps them in the transition to to this new world that we're all going towards.
Okay. So if we talk about our product, what I've heard within the industry is that it's very difficult to find crypto influencers. So if we look at Act It Out, we already have influencers and actors who will be creating NFTs, and they have thousands or 100,000s, millions of fans who they will be showcasing those NFTs to. So instead of cannibalizing on the current market, we would be looking at these influencers showcasing their own products to the fans, so that would definitely help in educating people, more and more people about NFTs and crypto. And yes, that would help in mass adoption. That's what I feel.
Thank you, Natasha. So this is my last question. Although I personally believe that your gender should not define your capabilities to reach where you are, but because this is a women panel, I must ask this question. So I would like to ask all of you a piece of advice that you would like to give to the women out there who are still figuring their way out to get into this industry. We all had our own struggle to reach out to this stage. So like one small piece of advice that you would like to give. We'll start with Natasha.
Okay. So I'm also very new in the space. So when we started out, I was very nervous. I remember talking to my co-founder and talking to our mentors that, I don't think, I don't have the confidence to do this, or I don't have the confidence to talk about it. So, but then you just, like when you learn swimming, the best thing to do is just jump into the pool. And that's how you learn how to swim. If you just keep struggling, sitting on the edge of the pool and think that you might learn to swim, or look at other people who are learning to swim or already swimming, that's not going to help you. So you just have to take the plunge, do your research, and just get into it. Like Firdosh said that gender does not define work. This industry is not run by gender. So everybody is welcome and everybody should be a part of it.
Thank you, Natasha.
Well, I believe there's a reason why it's a woman panel, you know. The panel earlier was not called a men panel, though they were all males sitting right here, right? So there's still that disparity that lies, and that's just how the world is right now. And with blockchain and with crypto, we realize that, you know, we're becoming borderless, things are becoming seamless, and there should also be that fluidity. You know, it should not be defined by men or women, but we do see this also, at least as of now, a space that is male-dominated. So I would really recommend women to step out of that inhibition. You know, it starts there. When you know you can do it, and you take the first step, there's a whole universe out there. And especially in this world that, you know, everyone is globally connected. We have all the information out on the internet. So there's no limitations to what you can do or what a woman can do in this industry. And again, the beautiful part is it's not even governed by the disparity that happens usually, you know, in terms of when you talk about equal pay, that does not exist in the world, but in blockchain, that does for women and men. So just taking on that opportunity, getting that information, and figuring out your own way, as she said, you know, take that plunge and like leap of faith and just get into it. At Unicash, one thing that we do is we enable investment, and I think women inherently are more inclined towards savings than men. If you talk about the nature of a woman, they're more likely to save, and using that as the first step, the little savings that you do, and put that in crypto, that can be your first step into this world of blockchain and crypto, and then see where you can go with it and where you can take it. So take that leap of faith, but obviously take that first step in the right direction, and yeah, this world has a lot to offer.
Thank you.
I know I heard a lot of the words should be, and shouldn't be. I believe that these things, I mean, this is not blockchain specific. This is not about the blockchain world. I believe that in any field, when I'm being asked about the position of a woman or the disadvantages, it's always a matter of mindset. You know, in my experience, maybe it's my initial mindset, but I believe that being a woman, one woman in a room with 20 men is a source of power. You're noticed, you're unique, and you can use that as a woman. It's a matter of how you treat the fact that you're a woman, that you're a minority. Women can do anything men can. I mean, it's not a matter of opinion anymore. It's proven, and I think a lot of why women are still being held back in the world is a lot in our own heads. So that's basically my advice in any field, not just in the blockchain field. Just take it as a source of power. You're unique, and you're brave, and you're doing something that not many women are letting themselves do.
Yeah, first, what you need to understand, what you most important person in your life. Next point is women support. Good example, me and Firdosh, because I think you need to find some person who will believe in you more than you believe in yourself. And thank you, Firdosh, for for your support. And it's really, really very important for women.
So I always said that when women support each other, incredible things happen. And I guess, this panel can do the same.
Yeah, I echo everything that the panel has said. Yarden, you hit it spot on. Being a woman is a source of edge. You walk into a room, they see you as a little girl. You're not a little girl, you're fierceful, and you can do anything. And also what you said, find that support group. Find people that you can identify with and people that believe in you. But also, learn from the men. One thing that men do that women don't is we're not as aggressive. We need to be more aggressive. Don't take no for an answer. Fight for what you actually want, and figure out a way, because these guys figure out their way. So I think as women, we should be brave and take that leap of faith, as our panelists have all echoed. And yeah, just be brave and find your support group, and also enjoy being a woman, because there's a lot, it's a source of edge.
All the good things, you guys kind of have it covered already. But I'd probably like to wrap this up by saying that gender shouldn't be a part of this conversation at all. I think it's ultimately people who are creating, who are trying to solve a problem. I usually hate this question because I get asked this a lot. And I've been in the tech industry before blockchain. I've been in this space for 12, 13 odd years now. And I'm a self-taught techie. So I came from a background in humanities, and I was a woman. So I have seen all of that, but now I've kind of become a little thick-skinned. Treat people like people. Don't think about gender. Don't keep it in the equation at all. There will be people who will, second-guess you. I've had so many times people ask me whether, this business is my husband's or my father's, and I find that very, very regressive, especially considering, from the space I came in. But having said that, I think that it's best that you let your actions speak louder. Do what you're doing, do it well. Gender shouldn't be a part of these conversations. It's all about creating and solving a problem for a bunch of faceless people you've never even seen, or nameless people you don't even know. So keep that going. And 2 cents for women in general. I think that women need to be a little more confident. That is very, very important. So we second guess ourselves too much. There is a very good quote, and I'm paraphrasing. Michelle Obama said it. Somebody had asked her, don't you feel intimidated when you walk into a room with all of these tables full of men? She said, gradually I realized that not all of these men are as smart as they project to be. So just have that kind of confidence. You're doing fine. Don't second guess yourself so much. Put yourself out there, and you'll reach where you need to go. Just look at me. I didn't even study tech. So, I give myself as an example a lot of times to people I mentor. I didn't study tech. I got into it. You learn by doing. Your experience is ultimately what will count and what will propel you towards your vision. So just keep that in mind, and just be more confident, as all of these wonderful ladies have already said. Be more confident, hone your skills. Don't even think about gender being a problem. And whoever does think that, ignore them. Just keep on building. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Tarusha. Thank you, everyone, for this wonderful panel. Thank you, girls. Thank you, everyone, for being here and listening to all women here. Thank you.